This video is aiming to help you make more money with print on demand. Now, I tend to think there's a strong correlation between how much money you make and how many products you have available for sale. Now, when it comes to creating products, what is the first thing we need to do? We need to decide on a niche. Then we need to design, and then we worry about SEO when we upload and create the listing. At the top of that tree is niche research. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you about 5 different ways to approach the niche research process. All are a little bit different with reasons to, pick one versus the other that we'll explain as we go. So let's get to it. Let's get started. I'm going to blow you away with the simplicity of the first research method. If I want to sell t-shirts on Amazon, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Amazon and I'm going to type in something like funny t-shirt. I'm going to type in something very generic, and then I'm just going to scroll through the page, take note of what is selling. Amazon tends to put the best sellers near the top. It's not always guaranteed, but they tend to. And on page 1, of course, you're going to get the best of the best. Page 2 is not going to be as good as page 1, etc. So you're getting a bunch of good ideas here. Now, this is kind of obvious, right? We don't have to spend too long on this. I really want to show you how I actually do it, which is I'm going to use Merch Dominator, which has their own catalog of funny t-shirts from Amazon, except they look specifically at Amazon merch, which is my by far highest profit generating print on demand opportunity. Okay, Amazon merch. Hopefully you guys are all familiar with that. If you're not, you can always just drop a comment or email me or anything like that. In Merch Dominator, their sole aim is to help us increase our merch sales. And there's a couple ways we can conduct research here. The most basic one is over there on the left-hand side. Click where it says MBA and KDP, and then click best sellers. Now, by default, it's going to filter out the protected brands. Like we're not going to see any Marvel shirts, any Disney shirts, etc. because we can't sell those shirts. We don't have the IP rights to sell them. So what you're seeing behind me here is all of the shirts on Amazon merch sorted from lowest BSR to highest BSR. BSR is bestseller rank. The lower it is, the better. That means it's generating more sales than the products with higher BSRs. And this is a data point that Amazon makes available to us on Amazon. So you can actually open up any of these listings and you can scroll down and see where it says down here, bestsellers rank, okay? And you can see it has a 201,546 BSR for short. Now, when you look at Merch Dominator, it's going to put the BSR right there for us, okay? And it's going to sort by BSR, again, from lowest to highest. So if we look at the top, we're seeing the best sellers. I can scroll in a little bit too to make it a little bit more clear. Okay, so you guys see what I'm pointing to over my shoulder. This Eclipse shirt has a BSR of 4,914 and a BSR 30 of 6,569. Now, sometimes you see a really high BSR 30 and a low BSR. That can be indicative of a coming trend. Merch, and hopefully that makes sense, right? If we track the average BSR over 30 days, which is about a month, and its current BSR is significantly outperforming that, that means the short-term demand is exceeding the 30-day average demand. You see, that's a signal of a potential upcoming trend. Now, Merch Dominator actually has a section dedicated to helping us find those. So if you just want to find best-selling current bestsellers, right, and give yourself the best chance of making sales today, I would literally on the left-hand side click bestsellers and look at what we're looking at right now. But if you want to try to find like an emerging trend, something that may about to be like taking off in terms of demand, click seller trends, and it is going to put at our fingertips shirts that are significantly outperforming their 30-day average BSR. So this shirt right here, BSR 30, 130,000. Current BSR, 15,000. See, significant outperformance. This one, 88,000 BSR 30, current BSR 6,000. Is this making sense? By the way, they're all in the same niche. They're all Eclipse shirts. So that's also telling you, hey, there's something to these Eclipse shirts. All right. I don't know if I need to spend any more time on this. Hopefully that made sense. If not, let me know in the comments. I want to take you back and show you one other way of finding potential emerging trends that I absolutely love. Click bestsellers again, where we just were. And where it says sorting, the BSR is the default, okay? And it's looking at just the bestsellers, just serving us the bestsellers. Change this to newest. Now what Merch Dominator is doing is looking at recently submitted products. These are newly created. I'm recording this video on March 20th. You can see this whole first row behind me are shirts that were created on March 19th. So in the last 24 hours, okay? These have all sold. So these were listed for sale and sold in the last 24 hours. This is another really sharp way that you can leverage Merch Dominator to potentially find emerging trends, emerging opportunities. Now, I also like to use the Merch Archive. Over there on the left-hand side, click Merch Archive. This is looking back in time at the best sellers. We get to specify the date. Hear me out. If we want to really position ourselves to benefit from coming trends, why don't we look a month out, maybe even 2 months out, okay, from today, and see what should be selling in the future. So we're planning for the future. When we looked at the best sellers just now, we were looking at what's selling well today. But what if we want to plan for down the line? This is where you do it. Go to Merch Archive, go to search by date, change this to 2023. So we're looking at last year. And now let's look 2 months out. Okay, so it's March 20th today. I'm going to go to May 20th, 2023, and I'm going to click search. So now we're looking at best sellers from May of last year to try to project what's going to be popular in May of this year. Hopefully that makes sense. You can see that, of course, there's some graduation themed shirts. That's a big graduation month. 4 of the top 7 are themed after daughter-in-laws. Okay, now I don't know why that was so popular last year, but if that's popular again, guess what? You're going to be all over it because you remembered. Okay, so sometimes there's obvious niches like Mother's Day, but for whatever reason, the daughter-in-law shirts were really killing it last year. I mean, look at all the daughter-in-law shirts. There's even more as we scroll. Anyways, this is really all you need, guys. You don't have to even remember this stuff. Leverage the Merch Archive here in Merch Dominator. You can also go to Live Research on the left-hand navigation. And this is going to, again, look at fresher results, okay? More recent results. So when it comes to searching a product, by the way, if you don't know what to search for, you can, again, I say this, I know it's obvious, but like out of sight, out of mind, in sight, in mind, when it comes to customers and what they're thinking about and then what they're typing into the search bar and what they're buying. So I'm not one to really follow like news, but if you go to like msn.com and just kind of look around to see what they're talking about, like, okay, we have Putin. I'm not going to sell Putin shirts. Amazon does not want Putin shirts. North Korea. Yeah, I'm going to skip that one too. Elon Musk. Okay. If it says like Elon Musk quote or something, or, you know, you don't want to tag Elon Musk in your listing, but what does he do? Oh, he's got, you know, electric cars. So maybe that's a niche. He's got rocket ships. Maybe that's a niche, right? Without referencing his brands or his name. Okay. Stuff like that. I was going to say Trump. You can always find Trump on the homepage of MSN or wherever you get your news. So what if you just type in Trump? And I mean, love him or hate him, he really helps you sell a t-shirt or two. So you can type that into the live research and see what current trending products are selling on the word Trump. And check this out. They're not all really Trump themed. You can see various design styles, various sub niches. The first two say Take America Back. So if you were writing a list of potential Trump themed shirt ideas, you would probably want to make a list of, you know, Take America Back as a sub niche, Trump 2024 with the year, right? The year element, there's no guarantee you have to add that, but it looks like it's popular. You've got some anti-Joe Biden stuff. You've got a Bob Marley shirt, I think. You've got the mug shot. You've got an Eclipse shirt that somehow is indexed on Trump. You've got the anti-Trump, nope, not again. So plenty of ideas. And again, this is just looking at live, you know, designs that are on Amazon merch that are currently selling. So guys, there's a number of ways to do research on Merch Dominator. Everything I showed you was Amazon centric, but you can actually go beyond Amazon. They have a Redbubble integration. They're working on their Etsy integration as well. So Merch Dominator is going places, guys, and it's by sellers for us. I'm just saying, I know the guy behind it. He is a really, really successful merch seller, more successful than me. And he's the one spearheading the product development. So that's why I'm a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? And it shows in the quality of the tool. So I'm going to link to it in the description. Check it out if you're interested, guys. Of course, you can always just use that first method I showed you too, where you go directly to Amazon and just do a quick keyword search. Anyways, let me know if you have any feedback, questions, etc. Hit that like button, subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you soon with a new video.